Welcome back to more Pikmin 3. 3? It's day 3, but it's just this is the first game. Welcome back to Pikmin 1 with Hugo. So frustrated. Welcome back to Pikmin 1 with Hugo the Icifier, and to be perfectly honest, this is my second take of this day because I had a major screw up at the end of the day in my previous recording, which cost me a lot of Pikmin, and we cannot have that, so we're redoing it. Well, of course I will show it off at the end of this one, assuming I succeed this time. Let's get out some more, actually. All we can, maybe. So yeah, what I did wrong last time, basically, was I tried to be all fancy with speedrunning and all that. And I paid for it because I am too inexperienced, if you will. But let's not forget to mention our strange screw-up from the last time, too. When we left behind that many yellow Pikmin. I'm still not sure how, but somehow we did. Okay, let's try to flower up. Get some flower power. Hey, that belongs to yellow. What the? No. Okay. We don't got much more time to waste. So, for the first thing I want to do, based on what we experienced last time, first let's disband, take care of these ones. Okay, let's get our reds now. Knock these guys down, because why not? These are honey wisps, by the way. Knock them down to get their nectar. That was unnecessary. Should I save it up for one Pikmin? More Pikmin, I mean. Alright. Use the C-stick, together with A button, to throw Pikmin even faster. We're gonna go up here. Fine, just be there, I guess. With the shock absorber, this apparatus counteracts the shaking and swaying that normally occurs during flight. It's smooth sailing with this in place. Usually. I mean, famous last words, am I right? Okay, hopefully this is enough to take this guy down. Because we did lose some Pikmin last time. Okay. So far, so good, I suppose. Let's get this thing down from there. And soon enough, we shall return to the original route we had last time, so to say. During my failed recording. And you can kill these pellet flowers before they get to fully bloom. But why do you want to do that, really? You get nothing out of it. Some parts do not physically appear on the ship, by the way. Shock absorber. This nifty little device counteracts the shaking and swaying experienced in typical spaceflight. Just one more part and we will increase our ship's capability, allowing us to travel to one more area. Which we must if we want to beat this game. Okay, with that, let's proceed with our battalion. We're missing one Pikmin. Oh, it's in the ground, never mind. Getting a bit worried there, I mean, from last time, you know. Let's disband for now, so we can fit these guys into this tiny hole. Yes, I just said that. Knock, knock, knock. FBI, open up! Yeah, you know. Let's get you out of there, little man. And because I somehow doubt we'll be one yellow short, let's get that guy back to base like that. Let's harvest. I guess that's all. And let's break down this wall while we can. Okay, so once more, let's go over Pikmin attack power. Because the reason you want many reds is because they are the strongest fighters. For a hypothetical comparison, let's say that yellow Pikmin deal 10 points of damage. If yellow Pikmin deal 10 points of damage, then red Pikmin deal 15 points of damage. That will be useful, of course. There. And because I'm the extraordinary bolt. Sorry about that, let's add in the part where I actually say it in my failed recording session now. Okay, please? Why can't I? It's the extraordinary bolt. I bought this incredible bolt because the salesman told me it is of extraordinary quality, that is indiscernible to the average person. Exactly what makes it so extraordinary is a secret. But just look at it. Extraordinary. And from last time we only had a little bit left to go on that wall there. So when you press the A button to pick up a Pikmin, you will pick up the Pikmin which is the closest to you. And while you hold the Pikmin in your arm, your Pikmin type will sort of group up accordingly. So that you may toss more of the same type repeatedly. But it could take a moment to get organized, so to say. Okay, let's get to these red ones. And take care of some enemies. Because like I said, the red ones are the best fighters. They deal the most damage. Let him go! Now take his ass! I found a Nova Blaster. This emits a dazzling burst of light capable of destroying almost anything. I'm not exactly sure about this, but the promotional brochure claims that its blasts can travel in the currents of space-time, smashing through stars and into the rifts of space. That sounds too dangerous to be mass-produced in your typical... and be sold to the public masses, basically. Okay. Let's, yes, let's get these guys to work on this one, why not? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's get you a... Oh, actually, I forgot about the bolt, didn't I? Whatever. We needed to fetch these guys anyway. Nova Blaster. This is a weapon of such incredible destructive force that it can blast stars into tiny pieces. It has a strange allure. And with that, we have once again, because you know I failed the last recording, our ship has become more fashionable, allowing us to explore the next area. Very good. So we do have a lot of time right now. So we might be able to do that thing I was talking about, so to say. Okay. So I might have said that Pikmin will not interact with things unless you tell them to. But those flowers and those small sheer grub enemies are an exception. The Pikmin will attack them regardless, if they touch them. Which is rather annoying, all things considered, but anyway. Okay, let's try to increase our yellows. I think the rest in our squad are bombs. So for now, there are some loafing around. Let's go back to base so we can fetch these guys again. Oh, red pellet, why not? Extraordinary bolt. This bolt's bolt holds the kind of value that only a true connoisseur can understand. Search it myself. That is 6 out of 30 parts now. Making good progress, and we have plenty of time left actually to do that thing I wanted to do. Because we are going to be fancy-spanchy and pull off some speedrun strats. Okay, let's let that guy be alone for now. So, this time, since it seems that we have enough time, let's play it rather safe. Instead of traversing that water, we are going to toss these guys up this way. I use the C-stick, so that you may tap the A button faster and yield better results. Because if you don't use the C-stick and tap the A button as fast as you can, you don't really throw them as fast as you would want, basically. Okay. Let's put you guys over here. Yellows, follow me. We're gonna need 2 of you. Oh. Okay, let's just use one at a time then. Okay. Like so. This wall right here is submerged in water, so we normally can't get to it. But if you do this, and if a Pikmin gets in the water, whistle at them to make them swim back to shore. If you don't, they will remain in place and soon enough drown. We are gonna need 2 bombs for this, no problem. There we go. To throw Pikmin far, you must move forward while throwing them. So keep that in mind. And with that, we can get to business. We are going to need some bombs, because up on this slope here. Okay, just to remind myself, when we throw Pikmin like that, and they stand still with their bombs, and when they are not idle, if we whistle at them now, they will drop the bombs. We have to touch them for them to keep carrying them. This is a wooden wall, but it's black, so it's quite tough. And just because a wall is made of wood, that doesn't mean it is weaker than a stone wall per se. Uh-oh. Okay. That does not mean it is weaker than a stone wall. It will take more bombs than the weakest stone wall, basically, because the weakest stone wall only takes 3 bombs. This is the Canon Beetle, and let's take care of him actually this time around. He tries to fire at you. Throw a Pikmin into his cannon directly. And then we want to throw Pikmin directly onto his butt. Okay, we can get him in 1 cycle if we are using red Pikmin. Like so. And with that, the threat is gone, so we can now safely pick up this ship part he was guarding. At last, my radiation canopy. This turns the harsh radiation of deep space into soft infrared rays that are easy on the body. I'll sleep like a baby once I get this back to the ship. So yeah, like Canon Beetle, it will normally spit out rocks from its cannon. And that was the bane of my existence last time. Let's get 1 Pikmin to get that pellet out of the way, and get the rest to carry him. Exactly 30, not bad. We meet the requirements. Okay, let's get you guys back. Right. There are guys over here. Of course, there are. Oh? They tried to help, but they could not. Let's get their yellows numbers up. Oh yeah, by the way, in case it wasn't properly explained, the 1 pellets, how many Pikmin you will get depend on the color. Radiation canopy, I'll have to inspect it later to make sure it hasn't cracked. I'll be in for even more trouble if I have any radiation leaks. Indeed. I mean, did you see what happened to Chernobyl? Too soon? Sorry. How many Pikmin you will get depend on the color. Screw it. If you bring a 1 pellet with a matching color back to the onion, you will get 2 Pikmin instead of 1. But because of none of those colors match, we will only get 1 yellow Pikmin, because they are being brought back to the yellow onion. So now we only have a little bit time left to do some harvesting, basically. Let's try to get our yellows back up, because we lost so many of them last time. Oh, there's more stuff over there, huh? Let's go get it. There are some small mooks. Let's keep our number at 100 on the field, so we don't have to waste time picking up the seeds. Okay, let's go. Okay, just to make sure. Doesn't seem like there are any Pikmin out of our reach. Let's get you guys to work on this one. Will we make it? No, I don't think we can carry this one back. Those guys should be fine. There's a hole here, by the way, which can fit, which we can use to just go through. But we needed to get a wooden wall open because of the treasure. There's one guy over here. That's all. We are safe. Nobody gets left behind. This time, anyway. That went so much better from last time. It's all about experience and gaining knowledge how to best manage your time and resources. Sorry. Suckers! 3 days is impact. I now add yellow Pikmin to my list of discoveries. These creatures can wield bomb rocks, so perhaps I can use them to blast down rock walls and open up new regions. Red and yellow Pikmin, as well as bomb rock carriers, break into squads when dismissed with X or when I grab one for a moment by holding A. Again, the game informs you about that, just in case. A big growth with reds, nice. So speedrunners, you don't really need, or ideally you don't really need to raise more than 100 Pikmin of each color, because you can only have 100 at the field at a time anyway. So if you feel confident about your skills, well, you know, you don't really need to raise more, but raising Pikmin for the playthrough cycle sort of counts as a high score. We'll get to that eventually, but for now, let's save. And in the next episode, we will travel We will travel to the Forest Navel. Okay, thanks for joining me today, and see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Ah! Shit. Oh boy. Is this just the place for that? Yeah, we should have brought more probably, but almost all of the parts we can collect now. But since we'll be back, there's no need to rush. Speaking of no need to rush, apparently these flowers are more powerful than we thought. Interesting indeed. But as for the other colors, maybe not. Okay, let's go. Come on. Okay, fine, whatever. Oh no, I forgot about this one! Okay, that's why we want the bombs. I create a diversion. This is a Canon Beetle. Over here, please. Yes, aim for that one. Good about himself. Okay, which path are they gonna take? No! Okay. Lesson learned. They will not take the smart path. They will try to circle around him. Why did you not just go to the left over here? I am definitely needing a retake of this, but I suppose it is a fine blooper to showcase. So next time I know to place a Pikmin up here.